Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Fantasy Cricket Podcast. I'm Nick, as ever, joined by Azza. Hello, good evening, Azza. How are you doing?
Good evening, Nick. Well, I'm good. KKR, I I have a few friends who are big supporters. I am personally not the biggest supporter. I like the franchise, but they have some big names, so let's get into it.
Let's get into it. KKR, Kolkata Knight Riders, that's how they're known in the IPL. That's their official name. That's their franchise name. That's what they go by. They've got a very famous slogan. They've got a even more famous owner. They've got had an infamous performance, shall we say, so far. It's
Yeah,
been poor. Who has been the bright spark so far for them? The one or
yeah,
two maybe shining lights for them in the season up
yeah.
until it was paused.
So it's been that wily old veteran of that franchise, Andre Russell, who's done so much for that franchise, and yet again in this season, he's racked up about 470 odd points, 450 to 500 points. We're looking at. So he's on track to be a big points getter in this season for KKR, and rightly so, really, because he hits it big. He gets the wickets when he has to in the depth. So that's good.
Yep.
Pat Cummins has looked very good as well. He was their best player in the UAE, and he's been up there again.
Yeah. No, I think
Yeah,
that's a fair shout. I think
yeah,
Dre Russ and Paddy
yeah,
Cummins are good shouts.
yeah. So
And that's kind of what you want in franchise cricket, right? You want your internationals, your big players to step up.
yeah, because you pay them big money as well. But
Yep.
look,
Dollar
there's other
bills.
internationals who are getting money. There's Indian players who are getting good money from this franchise, and plenty of them have been quite disappointing. So I don't think we have the sort of bandwidth to get into each of them. So maybe Nick, you start with who you think has been the most disappointing for this franchise so far in this season, at least.
Yeah, so far this season, I've been really disappointed by. I was gonna say Owen Morgan, and I think yes, he has been disappointing, but he you almost don't expect him to score you many fantasy points anymore. He's
Hmm.
almost a specialist captain. I think Shakib has been disappointing. I want to go with Shubman Gill. I don't know if it's fair to be disappointed with Shubman Gill, but I feel like the kid's got so much talent. And when you see the discussion around a player like Prithvi Shaw, potentially around players like Padikal. I feel like Shubman Gill's that level, if not better, certainly up
Yeah,
at that level. I want him to do better. I think he's been disappointing so far. I think particularly given the fact that he's really got the talent and the game and the fact that he was the third highest scorer for them in the UAE last season. I'd
true.
really like to see Shubman Gill do well. I believe
Fair
he's
enough.
fit. I'm from my understanding.
Yeah, I
So
think he's
so
available
let's
to
see.
play. Yeah.
Yeah, he seems to be available. So let's see. That's my call on that. What about you? Anyone
Um,
you want to go on the disappointing route, or would you or as you said, we've done a lot of the disappointing.
Look,
So
there's a few to pick
we've not
there.
done. Yeah,
There's
yeah.
Shakib, there's
Go on.
Sunil Narayan. You could
Yeah,
go on. Uh, but
you could
but
go
let's
on.
let's end this on an optimistic note for all the KKR fans out there. Um, I'm going to start with my player to watch coming into the second half of this tournament. Well, look, we've already covered Pat Cummins, Dre Russ. I think they're great. Varun Chakravarti, in my opinion, is someone that we
Yeah,
should really be
PKL
paying.
mysteries, but
Yeah, mystery spin. We've seen that bowlers do well in the UAE as the tournament progresses. Chakravarti was really up there last season. I think if he gets the right backing from the team leadership, he is going to get you a lot of fantasy points with the wickets he takes.
yeah, no, I think that's a good call there.
Yeah,
You make a very good point there. I think he's been really he's shown that he can be really good. My pick really to watch is going to be stick to Dre Russ. I think he's had a
yeah,
fantastic CPL. There's recency bias. He's got talent. He's got
sure.
game. Go for Dre Russ. He'll do well. Maybe Dinesh Karthik's picked up something in commentary in the last couple of months that he'll be able to come in and
Right,
do something with the bat as well, pick up some
sure.
catches. But that's my view. I think Dre Russ is the player to watch for KKR.
Cool.
Good luck to KKR. If they fire particularly Dre Russ, they'll go big.
Yeah, fair enough. good luck to them, and good luck to all fantasy cricketers out there as we
Yep,
wrap this
yep,
up.
and yeah, I think as we round this up, uh, as a we'll just remind the viewers that these this is a short preview of this team. We'll dive into every team match by match.
Yep.
We'll be looking at matches in deeper detail, and we're there to help you throughout the IPL earn lots of money, beat your friends across multiple platforms with different insights, different tips, and looking forward to it, Azza.
Yeah, we'll get into it as the tournament progresses. Thanks, Nick.
Yeah. Cheers, Azza, and thanks for listening, everyone. Take care.
Thanks.